my person was prepared because we're having issues, and I wasn't sure she was gonna apply logic instead of emotions to it. But I did pick almost everyone I thought was my person. Um, and I begged to save myself because I mean, if I felt I had a good chance at not getting nominated to leave, I nominated that person. But at that point in time, I felt a bit of, I'll say, healthy jealousy, right? Because I had one of those things, right? But it doesn't make sense at the same time because I feel like I put in the most effort. I mean, I would jump when I need to jump. I was stupid when I wanted to be stupid. I feel like I'm still trying to find a balance, but I felt like there was a bit of jealousy that will make people eliminate me and not see the future, which is the entertainment purpose of the show. Right, because I believe I'm myself, and regardless of what happens outside the house, it happens. But I'm just gonna have as much fun. Like I said it from the first moment I stepped on stage. I said, "I've had to carry me go, right? If I'm gonna stay, I've had to carry me go. Like if I'm gonna have like, by God's grace, when I like have kids and have grandkids, I'm gonna sit them and shall I will watch the show and I'll say, yeah, sure, that's your father, that's your grandfather. In my past, in my youth, I did this. So this is also a process. It's an experiment, a social experiment. I want to just go through and I may create some connections like Shiba, like I think we're gonna be close like after you for real. But I want to create memories. I don't want to create memories of me not being myself, if that makes sense. I want to create memories because one thing is to be loved for who you're not, right? And one thing is to be loved for who you are. Do you get? That's why I don't use the word some words fans, the community, because the truth is that at the end of the day, it's just grace and luck. I keep saying it, grace. It's just maybe it's my time, maybe it's not my time. But yeah, the whole process of the conspiracy was smart. Yes, because I didn't expect that turn. It was dicey because there was back and forth, and you couldn't say who someone had saved or who someone had nominated. It's almost like watching each other's live nomination. But most of all, it opened my eyes to something. I just realized that who had bonded with who, and I realized that Trump is a very smart person. Trump is a very big competition because I realized that when you go to Trump's turn, Trump only picked 5 people. We're having a conversation this morning about it. And he said, "Oh, because I just wanted to create a limit of 5 people." But when it was time for people to pick their circle of some sort, right? Almost like 10 people picked it. I mean, maybe if I look at it now, the people that were picked by a lot of people, it just makes sense that we say. I think I got touched to stand up a couple of times. Contessa was picked a couple of times. Maybe it just makes sense that. But it opened my eyes that some people have been busy and they've actually been working to create connections, while some people have just been sleeping. So I mean, I could do better too. Because and you never know if you like me and Nomi just started talking. I didn't ever believe we're ever going to talk because when me and Bells had issue when I was really getting ready to sleep, I never addressed it, but she was talking bad about me, and I just didn't. If you're not going to come to me and ask the same thing, if you don't see things in my front, right, and you hear something and you want to ride with it. I'm not gonna. I don't have that strength. I don't have that strength. All of us, I didn't know you before you came here, but like, yeah, the conspiracy thing was smart. It was an interesting idea that thank God he favored, because if you not favor me, I'll say the idea. Me, I'm not happy. But yeah, it makes sense that it makes sense. Just there's an interesting twist. And say props to Big Brother.
Quite objective of you.
Yeah. I like to be objective. I also like, I think I did mention I like to be, I don't think I can be underestimated anymore. That's the issue. Left to me, I like to be underestimated. I like to, like I said, I like to live life. But in living life, you have to live life smart, right? I mean, you can always give yourself a time frame. You can have as much fun. Another reason why I'm attracted to Kamsi, right? The impulsiveness and everything, but she strikes me as someone that out there in the real world, she's well put together, but she can still vibe, and she knows how to have fun. There's not the word mature and all these things. It's just used by certain people because yeah, yeah. I'd have liked to be underestimated. I know that I'd have liked to be. I don't think if people here are smart, I don't think that's the case. But yeah, it is what it is. We just said have fun, create memories, and have the best time possible. That's it.
Chinsom Chuka,
Yes, big brother.
how was the showcase?
Showcase was fun. Well, relatively. I mean, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Generally, I'd say. Don't say relatively. That's the wrong choice of word. But I was happy. Although Big Brother, you gave me buzz. I can't claim Big Brother because I don't know who Big Brother is, and he's my Big Brother, so I can't do that. But I got to tell my story, right? Because growing up as a child, as an only son, I got into responsibilities I wasn't ready for, if I'm being honest. I never even feel my way from. I've been saying that. Mom still feel that I understand why, because Pops is a pharmacist and stuff, right? I didn't have a choice. I was good at science, art, and everything, but like I never had a choice. I got to understand why, which I'm grateful for. But like I used to stammer really bad. Like I couldn't say a sentence, but now like I'm on stage, like it was so bad that I would just start crying because I couldn't communicate. And I said that in my showcase because it was personal. It was I don't think I ever told my story. Ever. I've never had a platform to tell my story, and I believe like I was waiting to be a bit successful before I tell my story. Like I couldn't just to say good morning, mom. I remember that morning. It was like I spent like I was punching the ground, I was punching my leg. My leg was red, I was crying. And it was like you want to have a conversation with someone, but you can't do that because they think you're an imbecile. Literally, right? And the speech is just gorging down, and you're looking at them, and there are some people are laughing, and some people are pitying you. But all you're just trying to say is good morning, or you're just trying to say hi. You are, and it would just be hooking, and it translated to my writing. I would even stammer when I would want to write and stuff. It was so. But I mean, I never like had the opportunity to see like speech therapist or the like. I just thank God for the brain I have and thank God for giving me the opportunity. Just I say it's great because I started using some sort of psychology to my speech. Like if I was going to say how are you and the how wasn't coming out, I would say you're doing good, right? And it would just flow because I had to have some sort of command for English. Or I'd want to say a bus stop. It was so bad that I would want to fly bus, I would want to jump bus. And I want to say exactly now I was about to stammer because Okwebi. Exactly. I just did it now because I wanted to say Okwebi, but it wasn't coming out. Right? So I said Lokwebi. And if someone says what, I said Okwebi. Because if I had decided to be stubborn to say that Okwebi would have been a sorry, funny side. I would go, and I'll stay here for like 5 minutes before I'll say it. So I started learning some sort of let's say tricks and turns on my own. I started figuring it out myself. So I believe that at some point I forgot my passion, which is acting. I got back into it. I struggled so hard to join it with the pharmacy, but I was juggling it. I struggled to because I just didn't believe that my parents were proud of me for being an actor. But I believe they were proud of me for being a pharmacist. I mean, academic excellence. When I graduated, like one of the top of my class, when I did Turkish mass competition, I could see it. But like the first time I became an actor, it was like I had to explain why I was coming back home late. Do you understand? So it was like, but if I had to come back home from a math competition or from like a competition that was academic, there was no. But like me and my parents had a conversation later, and I mean things have been sorted out, and I could see my parents watching a couple of my films, and they teased me about it. So it was just the story of how I was born, the struggles I had to go through, because people just see me and believe this one's a butty kid, right? I mean, I could talk with an accent, yeah, but I could also break it down if I want to. I tear preaching, you understand? But it was my way of, and I had never written before because I'm not a writer. I barely read books. I've read my first book about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before I entered the house, right? And I said I must finish it before I enter this journey. Let me know I've achieved something. So if it's writing, I would outside there usually I would have friends that are writers that I would beg because their read card is pretty expensive. And they would write something for me that I would just explain what I like, an idea of what I want, right? And they would give me a written version and I'll translate it into my words. But when I got the sound I was going to use, I think it was Kamsi approached me. I was like, why am I writing like I'm pouring my heart out? And I told her, when you get it, you see, because I was just writing and it was just flowing. And this was the first time in my life I didn't need to act a character. I was myself. I just felt I just wish like people that actually watched it, like my people, my parents, got to understand like some things about me they didn't know. The struggles I had, I don't think they never knew I had, because I mean you always have to smile, right? I had friends, I had some people I could confide in where I grew up with this notion like, I mean, as an only son, you're a man. Do you get me? You're a man, you're a man, you're a man. And it was almost like, that's all it is. You don't complain. You just step up. Nobody cares. That's the truth. So maybe it got me, maybe that's what got me to the point I was. So, personally speaking, I felt good after it. It was like I poured my heart out. I was quite solemn after because I mean I've never done this.
Yes, my success line.
I'll possibly when I watch a rerun I will cringe a bit.
I will. Get it. I don't know why.
I will cringe
because
because I'm like, what are you doing? But it was a spur of the moment thing and it felt really good. I also saw other people that connected with what they wanted to connect. I saw new talent from Barry because I don't know he was actually that good in football because I've been teasing him. Oh, and I anticipated
exactly. I said you didn't say email.
I see my mind. Sometimes it's quite interesting or stupid. So Barry had, I saw him on that. I saw that part of him. Codesta as expected, fantastic singer. Yusuf, man, like I said, he's been through a lot. I've not had a conversation with him. He talked about his dad. His dad had gone through a lot, and exactly, his dad was a man, and that's the kind of man I want to be for my kids. I don't, regardless of what the world throws at me, I really won't care because my priority is my family.
Chimsom Chuka.
Yes, my brother. Sorry, I did talk.
Off points.
I'm sorry, I did talk.
Off points.
Yes, my brother. I apologize.
Off points.
To have mastered your own voice is proof that the strength of your resolve
Off points
outweighed the hesitation of your speech.
True.
It should also convince you that in the face of your will, even the toughest task becomes trivial. Do you understand?
I understand perfectly, brother. Sure. Makes sense.
Your diary session has come to an end.
Thank you, big brother. Appreciate it.
You may now leave the diary room and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, God bless. Can't wait for a wager.
Off points.
Finish. Eh? How many minutes? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Anything in grab beats. We have this song now. Huh? On my own, I met Biggie and I was like, Biggie, I have a special number for you. Then he was like, oh my God, stop. And I was like, no, I was like, Biggie, my dear, I am writing this letter to inform you. Subtext. to inform me because all the girls are like I love that part so much. Okay. So now that's fun. Now that's 2 years. Okay. Yes. Oh, yes, I'll go down in session. People are going to talk say you soon. You can leave. I will say no. That's all. Hey. I'm good. Let's pray they remember accordingly. I know they come and check me. This was this CG. Why you know like that? I know they come in there. I don't want to check what's in the job. Why is CG like that? That's why they born you. Change. Do that. I want. Now go complex. Yes, I need. If person go first, then they do like that for. There's no general cooking today. I think there are 2 varieties of cooking I'm seeing. Talk to Abby. Talk to Abby. She's making yam. I know who said that. Yeah, I saw that some people they said. Who was sleeping?
You still could have done something for me. Baby, that is too hard. Come on, you.
And honestly, Lush never gets it. No matter the vibe, I'm still that girl. Lush Nova, you're that girl.
Every dream starts somewhere.
invite me Kivo. Wait, what's that? Babes, what's that? To make it thick. See you. Yeah. It will cook, don't worry. Yeah. No, it will scatter, it will disappear. You're supposed to fight as well.
I don't understand. See,
Oh yeah, they go.
and then if I let me just sit down. I don't understand. This is your friend. What you want this day? Stressing my life.
He don't give me food at the vex. He can't they go. Jesus, is that water?
Somebody that was sleeping.
Wasn't that just sleeping when Barry brought her eggs? Yes, darling.